Hello, Venkat.
Yeah, let's wait to 5 more minutes. Okay.
Okay, that's fine, Venkat. I have a couple of questions. Can I ask you?
End of the session. Okay, that's fine.
Will you teach in cloud data, cloud also, right? AWS in cloud, AWS
AWS.
RDS and AWS RDS and AWS Aurora.
Yes, AWS RDS.
Aurora?
It's both are same only. There is no difference
No,
between.
both are not same. Both are different.
There is no big difference. Okay. So this is for complete Postgres
No, we
DB.
have,
If you want to cover 1 or 2 sessions Aurora, I can cover. It's not complete Aurora. Okay. If you get training this Postgres, you can support anywhere. Okay, whatever Aurora. Okay, if you are looking
no.
for especially for Aurora, okay, you can.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking for Aurora also, along with PostgreSql.
Yeah, no one cover. Okay, all the databases. There is no big differences. Okay, so just if you know this open source, okay, you can support for any DB. There is no big difference.
No, no. Currently, I'm working on Aurora databases, Aurora PostgreSql Aurora. So that's what I'm asking. Just recently I
Yeah.
started, but we have a lot of differences. AWS RDS and AWS Aurora.
Okay, that's what I am saying. Okay, so this is for complete open source Postgres DB training. If you want to cover 1 or 2 sessions Aurora in AWS RDS, will cover, but it's not complete Aurora. But there is no big difference. Okay, that's what as I know.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so okay, so can see okay. Yesterday, okay, just we given demo. Okay, so the PostgreSQL database, okay, which is available for 2 editions. One is open source platform. Okay, so people call as a open source platform or community version. So okay, both are same, either community version or open source platform. So if you see open source means okay, there is no need to pay any license. It's which is freely available, so free of cost. So we can freely download, we can use it. That's it. At the same time, there is no vendor support. Please go on, mate. There is no vendor support. If you face any issue while using this community version, so you have to fix it by Googling and to get the information from friends, colleagues. That way you can find the solution, you can fix it. So that's why few of the clients, they are looking for, especially for enterprise version of PostgreSQL database. Yes, in PostgreSQL, the enterprise version of also there. So who provide this enterprise DB? This commercial DB, who developed and who provide this? So there is a EDB, enterprise database. There is a third-party company like Oracle. So they developed. They initially they download the open source database only. After downloading open source PostgreSQL, they added some features. Aurora also same. AWS initially they used open source database. They added some features. The base database is open source only for EDB, for Aurora. 80% of database they used base database for open source only. They added some features. They given one name Aurora PostgreSQL Enterprise DB. They're not giving free of cost. We have to pay license cost. The advantage is if you use Enterprise DB Aurora means we can get the vendor support like Oracle. If you face any issue, whatever, the issue could be minor or major. So immediately you can raise a ticket with the support team. The support team will come back to you. So they will fix our problem. That is the advantage if you are using enterprise version of PostgreSQL. That could be ADB or Aurora PostgreSQL. If you use open source, there is no vendor support. No need to pay anything. Which is available free of cost. Simple, you can use it. That's it. So if you want to use open source, what is the website where we can download the software? This is the website. www.postgresql.org. Here you can download the software. If you want to get the documentation, here we'll get the documentation. If you want to know the versions of PostgreSql, what are the versions, which version released, what are the features related to which version, with respect to version, what are the features added, everything you can find in this website only, for open source only. So if you install open source PostgreSql, what is the default user? It's a default user is default, it's a super user, Postgres only. The username is Postgres. This is the super user. What is the default port number? 5432. Next, enterprise edition. So this is for complete commercial database, which is provided by EDB. It's a third party company like Oracle. So if you want to Oracle, you have to pay license cost. At the same time, if you face any issue, they will assist you. They will support you. Whatever. So same way, EDB is there. There should be license cost. Okay, so Oracle also license is there. Enterprise also EDB, PostgreSql also license is there. So there is a question, there is a doubt. Okay, why we need to migrate from Oracle to Postgres EDB? So the license cost is compared, it's a 10 times less compared to Oracle DB, compared to other database platform. That's why all the database projects will be migrating from other DB to PostgreSql. If they are looking for free of cost, yes, go for community version. If they are looking for like vendor support PostgreSql, go for enterprise DB. Like this, these are the reasons they are migrating from other DB to PostgreSql. If you want to use enterprise DB, where we can download the software, what is the website? This is the website for enterprise DB of PostgreSql. So if you install EDB, what is the default user? Default super user. So if in Oracle, what is the super user? Sys account. Here enterprise DB. The username is enterprise DB. Here Postgres, based on this user and port number, we can identify which one is the open source, which one is the commercial DB. In project, which DB is there? We have to identify based on super user, based on port number. Okay, what is the default port number for enterprise DB? 5444. So these are the versions of PostgreSql. So AWS Aurora also, which was developed by AWS. Initially, they download the open source PostgreSql, they added some features, they give a name, AWS Aurora PostgreSql. The 80% of the same, how the functioning open source PostgreSql, the same functioning is there. Okay, so can say, so okay. So what are the installation types PostgreSql? How many methods are there? That could be EDB, that could be open source, that could be Aurora, whatever. Any version of PostgreSql, any category, either community version or enterprise version. So what are the, how many types of installations are there? You can say there are total 4 types of methods are there to install Postgres, irrespective of the operating system. So if you consider operating system on Windows, there is a one method is there. That is GUI installation, graphical user interface. In Windows, if anyone asks to install Postgres, we have to follow this method only. So in Linux, if anyone asks to install Postgres, how many methods are there? 3 methods are there. If you follow any one of the method out of these 3, that's it. Either first one is source code method or configuration method. Second, M method or package installation. Some people call it as a M method, some people call it as a package installation. Both are same. Third one is the RPM installation. So we'll see each and every method, how to download the software, where we can download the software, how to start the installation process, how to complete the installation process, how to verify the installation is succeed or not, where we can download the software. We'll see each and every method. We'll see all the detailed steps. So we'll see first one. Okay, GUI method. We'll install Postgres on Windows platform first. We'll complete the GUI installation, then go for Linux platform. Okay, so today we'll cover how to install Postgres on Windows platform. On any Windows operating system, any version. So you have to choose this method only. Only one option is available, that is GUI installation. Okay. So if you install Postgres, for install Postgres, what we require? To store the binaries, to install the binary, please go on mute. After joining, please keep mute yourself. Okay, so to install any database software, we require one location, one directory to install the binaries. Yes, we require one directory. To store the data files and the configuration files, we require another data directory. That data directory we called as a cluster data directory, or it's a data directory. To store the data files and the configuration files. By default, Postgres home location, this is the default home location. So see program files. If you install any software, by default it's installed inside this location. Yes. After program files, it's created a folder with name PostgreSql. After inside the PostgreSql, if you install 11 version, it's created a 11 folder. If you install 12 version, it's created a folder name is 12. Irrespective of the version, it's creating folder name. This is the default location for to install Postgres binaries. So what is the default Postgres home location in Windows? This is the location. So what is the purpose of this? To install the binaries. For any software, there is a binaries are there. After installing binaries, if you create a installation of complete of Postgres in Windows, it create 3 databases by default. For 3 databases, there are default data files are there. Configuration files are there. For all the default data files and the configuration files will be to store this all the default data files and the configuration files. We require one data directory. This is the default data directory. What is the purpose of data directory? To store data files and the configuration files. So C program files, PostgreSql 11, inside 11, there is a one folder is created data. Inside this location, the default data files and the configuration files will be created. In Oracle, there is a parameter file is there, SP file or P file. Same way here also parameter file is there. Some configuration files are there. Some default data files are there. For all the default data files and the configuration files will be created inside this location. This is the default data directory. If you don't want to use default home location, default data directory, you can go and use your own data directory to install somewhere, to store data files, configuration files somewhere other than default. Yes, it's possible. So what is the default user in Postgres community version? Default super user is Postgres. It's equivalent to sys account in Oracle. Okay. So what is the default port number? 5432. If it is open source platform, what is the default port number? 5432. So now I am proceeding to install Postgres on Windows platform with the method GUI. So where we can download the software. So for open source platform, we have to download the open source Postgres from this website only. Let me go to this website. You can see postgresql.org. You can see www.postgresql.org. This is the website where we can download open source Postgres database software. If you want to get the documentation of this open source platform, yes, you can get the documentation by using this option. If you want to download, click on download. If you want to see the community groups, yes, click on go to the community. If you want to see the latest release, you can see here 16.0. It's released. This is the date and time. So what are the features added? Click on notes. What are the features added in this version? Click on notes. You can see what are the versions available. Each and every version, what are the features added. So now I want to download the open source platform. Click on download. So now I decided to install Postgres on Windows platform. You have to choose the operating system. You can say Windows. Click on Windows. So you can say interactive installer EDB. Download the installer. Click on download the installer. You can see here it's routing to EDB. Okay, EDB also it's providing open source. From open source www.postgresql.org. It's route to EDB. So here you can download the software. Which version you want to download? Suppose initially we'll start 11. Okay. Postgres 11.21. You can say 11.21. So you can say, so our Windows all are 64-bit. Nowadays, all OS will be 64-bit only. Under Windows 64-bit, you can click on download. You can say which version you want to download. Respective version, you click on under version. So this is 64-bit. I want to download 11.21. Click on this. You can say download will be starting soon. If your download does not start automatically, click here. You can see it started. 2 downloads in progress. 2 times it's downloading. Okay, let's complete the download. So this is how download the software for Windows operating system. Let it complete. Let me download. You can say PostgreSql 11.10. Well, this is previously I downloaded. Okay, let it download this one. Let it complete. Okay, still it's downloading. Let's wait. 11.2. So you can say go to the showing folder. Okay, here. So it's already existing. PostgreSql 11.21. You can see. Okay. So after download completes, just double click on the software. The pop-up window came. Okay, let's wait. It's asking admin credential. Click on yes. Then we can proceed. Let's wait. You can say click on yes. Yes. Okay, I can say. So welcome to PostgreSql setup wizard. Click on next. So the installation directory, this is the default location. If you don't want to use this installation directory default location, click on browse. You can choose location where you want to install the binaries. Okay. Now I'm going with the default installation location. Click on next. So what are the components you want to install? PostgreSQL server. I want to install server component. PG admin 4. After installing the database, if you want to connect the DB, if you want to install PG admin, yes. If you install PG admin, then only you can connect the database via PG admin. Stack builder. So there is no use stack builder. Command line tools. If you want to connect the database via command line mode, we have to install command line tools. If you want to connect the database via PG admin, you have to install PG admin. You can install server. So only stack builder. There is no use stack builder. Just uncheck. Uncheck means the stack builder is not going to install. Okay. Click on next. You can see default data directory. See program files PostgreSQL 11 data. This is the default data directory. Click on next. So please provide a password for the database super user. What is the super user? Postgres. In the brackets, you can say default super user Postgres. You have to provide the password. What password you have to give? Just remember. Okay, you can give any password. Just that password you have to remember. Click on next. What is the default port number? 5432. If you don't want to use this default port number, you can change it. Yes, no problem. Okay, now I am using default port only. Click on next, click on next. You can see once verified, what is the installation directory? What is the server installation? What is the data directory? What is the port number? What is the super user? Once verified all the things, click on next. Click on next. You can see this is installing under creating 3 default databases. Okay, so it takes less than 5 minutes. Okay, let's wait. After installation of this, okay, we got 3 databases. We got 3 databases. What are those 3 databases? Postgres, template 0, template 1. These are the default 3 database got created after installation of Postgres on any environment, not only Windows. If you install Postgres anywhere, on Linux, on Windows, anywhere, after installation of completes, it got created 3 databases by default. Okay, so out of these 3, which one is the default database? Postgres. Means when you connect the database, if you're not specifying a DB name, default it's connected to Postgres database only. Out of these 3, default database Postgres, default user super user, default port number 5432. Okay, so everything is done. Installation completed, 3 database got created. Now I want to connect the database. How to connect the database? Any database, there is a 2 methods are there. One is command line mode, second is GUI method. If it is Oracle, in command line mode, what is the utility you can use? SQL plus. So in GUI mode, which tool you can use? SQL developer. If it is Postgres, what is the same 2 methods are there, but the utility are different. Here we are using PSQL. Here we are using PG admin. So this is how we are connecting the database. This is how we are install the Postgres on Windows platform. Let's wait. Okay. So after installation of Postgres, we have to verify the installation is got succeed or not. So what is the default location? Default home location. This is the default home location. Okay. Install Postgres DB. Okay. So verifying installation got succeeded or not. Okay. So go to home location. What is the home location here? Here you can see there is a bin directory is there. There is a share folder. Okay. The main thing we have to see, these are the folders. These are the folders will be available inside bin directory or not. What is the purpose of bin directory? All the binaries will be installed inside a bin directory. So what are the binaries? Let's discuss few of the binaries. Are executable files. Binaries are utilities are executable files. So what are the executable files in Oracle? Tell me. Few of the guys are there, Oracle DB who are working. So suppose EXPDB, IMPDB. These are the utilities to take the backup, to import the backup. In case of Oracle, these are the utilities. So where it is existing inside bin directory. Same way in Postgres, PSQL. PSQL is one of the utility which we are using to connect the database, to connect the DB via command line mode. If you want to connect the database command line mode, you have to use PSQL. PSQL is one of the binary, one of the utility, one of the executable file where it is existing inside bin directory. Next, PG_CTL. To stop and start Postgres DB services, you have to use PGCTL. So like this, we have many binaries are there, many utilities are there, executable files are there. These all are under bin directory. It's installed by default. Share folder. There is some contrib modules are there. Those modules will be installed this. lib. Each and every database there is a libraries are there. All the libraries will be installed a lib directory. So this is how we are verifying the installation got succeed or not. Okay, let's see. So okay, so can say so. Okay, setup has finished installing PostgreSql on your computer. Click on finish. Okay, now I have to go and verify the installation succeed or not. Go to the C drive, program files. There is some PostgreSql folder. When it was created just now, 8/21, you can say today date and time. Just now created because we installed now only. Which version we installed? Major version 11. We install exactly 11.21, but the major version is 11. So it's created a folder with the major version 11. So inside this is the Postgres home location. There is a bin folder is there. Go to bin folder. There is a PSQL is there. You can say I told two utilities. PSQL, PGCTL. PGCTL, one of the utility. Where it is located? Inside bin location. What is the purpose of this PGCTL? If you want to stop and start the database services, we have to use this utility. If you want to take the database backup, PG dump. Okay, like this PG restore, somewhere PG underscore restore to restore the database. If you want to upgrade the database, there is some PG underscore upgrade. Like this, these are the utilities we can use PSQL to connect the database command line mode. So all the utilities binaries, executable files will be there inside bin directory. Next, go to the lib directory. These all are libraries. We don't touch these libraries. If anything removed, the database not functioning properly. PG admin also installed. Share folder also there. These are the main folders we have to verify. Data directory. We use default data directory. These are the default, some configuration files are there. You can say .config. We'll discuss each and every folder, each and every file in the further classes. In Windows, there is no prerequisites. In Linux, there are some prerequisites are there. In Windows, it's not required to any prerequisites. Simple download the software, you can install it. On Linux only we have to verify prerequisites. Some prerequisites are there. Only applicable for Linux platform only. Tomorrow we'll discuss what are the prerequisites required to install Postgres on Linux platform. This is how to verify. So this is the data directory. So this is the home location. This is the home location. Bin directory is there. Lib directory is there. Okay. So now you can say, okay, now how to connect the database? The installation Postgres completed on Windows platform. Now, how to connect the database? So, what are the methods are there for any database? One is command line mode, second is GUI method. In case of Postgres, in command line mode, what is the utility you can use? PSQL. So, there is a shell is there. You can see in search with the SQL shell. Click on this. Okay. So, what is the server? In Windows, it's a default local host only. Click on enter. So which database you want to connect? Now I am trying to connect the database. Which database? There is a 3 database are there. Out of these 3, system is considering Postgres database. I am also want to connect Postgres DB only. No need to enter Postgres DB again. It's already considered. Yes. What is the default port? Yes, I used 5432 only. Click on enter. No need to give. Which user you want to use to connect this Postgres database? I am using Postgres user to connect to Postgres DB. The DB name, username is same. Don't confuse. So click on enter. What is the password? We given password. Same password you have to supply here. Now I connected Postgres database. This is the DB name. This is the database prompt. Which database prompt? Postgres database prompt. Now I told, okay, after installation completes, there is a 3 database got created. How to see how many databases are there? /l. /l is the shortcut command to verify how many databases are there. Inside this, people call as this is the one cluster, one instance in MySQL. Like, so this is one cluster. Inside the cluster, there is a 3 database got created by default. Anywhere, if you install Postgres anywhere, by default it's created one cluster. Inside the cluster, there are 3 databases called create by default. So out of these 3 databases, Postgres is the default DB. So after connecting database to see the databases /L, I want to create my own database. I don't want to use default databases. How to create? Create a database name HRMS. You can say database got created, simple. So now /L, yes, it's added in the list of databases, HRMS. Now I want to connect HRMS database. How to switch /C HRMS to switch one database to other database? You can use /C command space target DB, which database you want to connect. Okay, so which database you want to connect? HRMS. So you can say the database name got changed. Right now we are in the database prompt HRMS database. We connected HRMS database. /L, anywhere you can give /L. It gives the list of the database inside the cluster. So now I want to know what is the default port number for this cluster. Show port. We'll explain what is the cluster. Okay, cluster difference between Oracle and Postgres. Don't worry. Show port. It gives the right now which port used for this cluster. For all the databases inside the cluster, use the same port only 5432. So I want to know what is my data directory. I created 4 databases where the data files will be stored. To find the data directory, you can use show data underscore directory. You can say, what is the data directory? This is the data directory. So I want to know which database we currently connected. By seeing the name, you can say we connected HRMS database, or there is a function is there. Select the current underscore database. It gives the currently connected database name. You can say this name, same, because we are in the HRMS database. By seeing the name, we can understand we connected HRMS database. Or if you want to know the database name via function, yes, you can run this function, current underscore database. It gives the current database, which database we connected currently. I want to know which user, via which user we connected this database. Select current underscore user. Select current underscore user. Which user I used to connect the database right now? Now I am in the, I connected this database with Postgres user. Clear? So this is how we know what is the current database, what is the current user, how to see the list of the databases, how to create your own database, how to see the port number, how to see the data directory. If you want to exit from database prompt, /Q, enter, that's it, it's gone. Like this, we can connect the database via command line mode. Okay, another method is GUI method. How to connect the database via PG admin. In GUI method, we are using PG admin. This is a tool like a SQL developer. How the SQL developer functioning in Oracle? The same way you can use it PG admin. Okay, let me open PG admin. Okay, to configure the PG admin, suppose I want to configure HRMS database. I want to connect a HRMS database via PG admin. Okay, what are the steps? What are the steps we have to follow? First, configure DB into PG admin. Next, second, connect HRMS DB into PG admin. That's it. To configure the database into PG admin, what are the details required? What details required to configure the database inside the PG admin? Server name, DB name, username, password, port number. These are the details required. These are the details required. I want to connect a database name, HRMS database. HRMS database. This database is running on which server? Where this database is running? If it is Windows, it's a local host only. If it is Linux, there is some server name is there. You can get the server name. You have to give the right server name. For Windows, it's a local host only. So DB name HRMS database. This database is running on this host. What is the username? Which user you want to use to connect to configure this DB? What is the user? Default user Postgres only. If you want to use any third-party user, yes, you can use it. You can create user first. You can use it. We'll see later. What is the password? Yes, I know. Oracle is the password for Postgres. What is the default port number? For this database, which port used currently? 5432. These are the details required to configure the database into PG admin. Once the configuration is done, we can connect HRMS database into PG admin. Let's configure the database into PG admin first. Open the PG admin first. You can say search with PG admin. Open click on PG admin 4. Let's open it. Any queries as of now? Any queries? No, right? Okay. So let me remove existing. Sorry. Remove server. Okay. So can say so. Okay. So in SQL Alpha, there is a connections are there. Here the terminals is changed. Their connections here servers are there. Servers means it's not like server. It's a connections. So you have to register the server first. How to register the server? How to register the connection? Right click, register server. So what is the name? The connection name. Suppose Windows DB. You can keep any name. This is the connection name. Next, go to the connection. What is the host name? What is the which database you want to configure inside this PG admin? I want to configure HRMS database. This database is running on which host? What is the host name? For Windows, it's a local host only. What is the port number? Where the database is running, which port used? Default port only. So which user you want to use to configure the database? Postgres only. What is the password? You can say Oracle. Save the password. Next time it won't ask. It save the password. Click on save. Yes. Register the server. I registered the server. The server name is Windows DB. In case of Oracle SQL developer, there the same here we can say servers, right? There we can say connections. First register the connection, connect the database. Here register the server. Then how to connect the database? Just expand. Expand the, let me close it, close the server. You can say disconnect from server. So how to connect the server? Right click, connect the server. Or you can expand the server. Expand the connection, expand the databases. You can say both the database, default database, Postgres. That's why it's given. So if you want to connect a HRMS database, expand the database folder, right click on the DB name, HRMS, click on query tool. So now we are connecting to HRMS database. You can say now we connected HRMS database. You can see here HRMS/Postgres means we connected HRMS database with the Postgres user @ server name, connection name. Okay. So you can say here the /l it's not working. The /l meta commands will be working on server level only. Here, if you want to see how many databases are there, expand the database folder. You come to know how many databases are there. Or you can use, there is a system table, select star from PG_database. PG_database. You can say, yes, how many databases are there? Postgres, HRMS, template 0, template. If you want to create your own database, yes, using create command, create database name HRMS1. By using this create statement, you can create the database, or by left side, right click on the database folder, create a database. By using this GI method, we can create the database, or you can use create statement to create a database. Suppose HRMS1. Who is the owner? Default owner Postgres. Click on save. The database got created. You can see. Yes. Any method you can use. Okay. By expand the database folder, you can see how many databases are there, or you can use create a database statement. You can create the database. It won't work. It will work in the command line mode. Okay, in the server level only. It's not server, it's a tool. Okay, here only it's working. PSQL, you can see. In the server level only, it's working all the shortcut commands. Here only it's working /L. Okay, so that's why you can use select star from PG_database. Select star from in PG admin. You have to use this view to know the how many databases are there, or you can expand the database folder. You come to know how many databases are there, or you can use this table PG_database. Okay, so this is how we are install the Postgres, connecting to command line mode, connecting to via PG admin. Okay, so here if you want to connect the database, right click create database, or if you want to connect a user, create a role. Okay, we'll see PG admin later. Okay, how to administration using PG admin. Any queries?
Yeah, actually we connected to only HRMS. Why it is showing Postgres? And
Postgres is the default database that is came into by default. That is the default database. It's not, nothing is there in the inside Postgres database. That is the default DB. Postgres, we use Postgres super user, right?
Yeah.
So that's why super user is having permission to see all the databases. If you use your own user, so that user, if you provide access for specific DB, that time only that user can see only specific DB only in the PG admin. Okay, we'll see later. Okay, how to configure with your own user, own database. Okay.
And you connected to HRMS database, and again you created another database. So this will have permissions.
Yes. So for this configure HRMS database, we use which user?
Postgres.
Postgres. Postgres is the super user. You can do whatever you want. Equal to sys account in Oracle. You are from Oracle DB, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we use a super user. Yes, you can create any DB, whatever you can do. The full rights will be there in the for Postgres user. If you use your own user, it's not allowing permissions to do anything until unless that user have the permissions.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other queries? Okay. So we completed GA part. Okay. So, okay. Any queries? Okay, so tomorrow we'll start Postgres installation on Linux platform. That is source code method. In Linux, there are 3 methods are there. You can see here, there is a 3 methods are there. These are the, okay. So in Linux, if you want to install Postgres on Linux platform, okay. Okay, so either source code or M method or RPM installation. Okay, so you can see, we'll see tomorrow source code method, how to install Postgres via source code method. Okay, once this completes, then go for M method, then go for RPM method. In Linux, there is some prerequisites are there. We have to verify before proceeding Postgres on Linux platform. What are the prerequisites? We'll see tomorrow. Okay, so for Linux, we are using Oracle VirtualBox software. You have to download this VirtualBox software. You have to install Oracle Linux 6.9. You have to install the VirtualBox software. You have to create virtual machine. On top of virtual machine, you have to install Oracle Linux 6.9. Once this virtual machine is ready with the 6.9 Linux version, then we can install Postgres via source code method. Okay. Today what we will do? Just install download and install Oracle VirtualBox software. I will share the documentation, no problem. Okay. Second point, create virtual machine. Create virtual machine and install Oracle Linux 6.9 version. Okay. Once these two steps are ready, before next class, directly we can start Postgres installation on Linux. Okay, via source code method. Yeah, go ahead. Someone asked something.
Yeah, which one is preferable in real time? The source code YAM or RPM?
YAM method. Okay. That based on the requirement, based on the possibility. We'll see each and every step there. Okay, why we need to choose this method? Why we need to choose YAM method? Why we are not choosing source code? We'll discuss in detail in the each and every method when we are installing. So most of the cases in the server, if we have internet connection, preferable YAM method only. Due to some security reasons, some servers doesn't have internet connection. That time go with the source code method or RPM method. So the source code or RPM, you have to download the software. You have to copy the software to server. If it is YAM method, no need to download the software. Just it's internally connected to website. It's download the software. Required all the packages. It's downloading and installing. Okay. We'll see in detail steps, each and every method. We'll go through. Any other queries?
Venkat, why we didn't install 16? Why version 16? Why not we do that one? Is there any specific reason?
Postgres 16, you are asking?
Yeah, correct.
So if we start with Postgres 16, this training, suppose, Postgres 16 never used in the projects real time.
Okay.
All of the projects they used nowadays 13. Okay, 50 half of the projects they are using 11. Okay, half of the projects they are using 13. If you there is no big difference between 11 and 13, 11 and 16. That's the first point. If you got training 11, what are the difference between after half of the course completes, we use 13 version. So that you come to know what are the difference between 11 and 13. If I start with the 16 itself today, you don't know what are the changes there 11 and 13, 11 and 16. So initially we start with 11. You can say source code will start with Postgres 11. Okay, YAM method we used 12. Here we used 13. Like this, we used all the versions covered. There is no difference. Same steps will be there. Same features. There is a light little bit differences between 11 and 13, 11 and 16. That's why initially we start with 11 only. Clear?
Okay, understood.
I don't have any problem. If you all are okay, yes, you are going to trouble. Okay, if you directly train with 16.
Yeah, and one more question. Are we covering the upgrade or anything from 13 to 16
Yes.
or 11 to 13? Is
Did
there,
you go
right?
through this course content? Yesterday I shared in the group itself. Somewhere you can see upgrade is there.
Below.
Yeah. So here, go to the 11 to 13. All the topics are there. Okay. So, this same course content, if you want to keep, extend the course content, we can keep 3-4 pages. But we don't have that much time. We are also working. Okay. I'm also working somewhere. So I don't have that much. Okay. People are coming, most of the reference students only. So suppose, user management. Here we can keep 5-6 more points under user management section only. Create the user, create the role, assign the role, give the read-only access, give the read-write access, checking the permissions. We can keep 10 more points, each and every, okay, content. We are not like that, okay. So these are the main course content, main topics. So under architecture part 1, so memory based, what are the memory areas? There are 6-7 memory areas are there. We can keep 6-7 memory areas. If we keep like this, the course content will be 3-4 pages will be there. I don't want to show course content 3-4 pages. I want to deliver 100% all the required knowledge to support until 5+ experience. Okay, this is not a first batch. Okay, I completed almost this is the 27th